Okay, not that deep, but we will cover what is significant for us from NCERT subjects perspective. Okay, so we start with gravitation, and this is our revision. The first thing, as I always said, whenever you are studying gravitation, this chapter will come again in grade 11. This concept is a universal concept. Okay, that means it is applicable to the whole universe. The first topic that you study under here is known as the universal law of gravitation. Universal law of gravitation, or Newton's law of gravitation भी इसको हम बोलते हैं. This is also known as Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. Hang on. Okay, so also known as Newton's law of gravitation. This is revision time, so take some time to understand these laws once again. There's no point in only memorizing the law, because the more you understand, the more it will be clear for you from higher grade perspective. Abhi aapka jaane wala hai 9th. So if there are two bodies in this universe, okay, there are two bodies in this universe, and let's say that these two bodies are separated by a distance r. इनके बीच का जो distance है, this distance is r, right? Sorry. So this distance is, say, distance of separation is r. And the two bodies can be of any mass. This body can be of mass, say, m1, and this body is of mass m2, right? This law of gravitation actually applies when the objects are in point mass concept. Point mass means the objects are not supposed to be completely spread across. They are supposed to be like point mass. Now, Newton's law of gravitation, or universal gravitation law, says this is applicable in universe. It can be you and a duck. It can be Uranus and Pluto. It can be whatever, any two bodies, okay, having mass m1 and m2 and separated by a distance r. It says that every body in this universe attracts every other body, which means that this particular body, which is m1, will be attracting m2. m1 m2 को अपनी तरफ खींचता है. ठीक है, समझिए इस चीज को. m1 m2 को अपनी तरफ खींचता है, and let's, I'm giving this as F12. F12 means force applied by 1 on 2. Whatever you put, you can put F21 also. Just write what is F12. तो मैं लिख देता हूँ what is F12. F12 means force applied by 1 on 2. ठीक है? Every body in this universe attracts every other body. That means if one is attracting 2, this means 2 should also be attracting 1. तो ये 2 जो है ना, ये भी इसको भी attraction होएगा ऐसे. And the yellow one, I'm writing this as now F21. Okay, 21 means, I hope you know now very nicely, 21 will be force applied by 2 on 1. Okay, every body in this universe attracts every other body by a force. Now this F21 or F12, whatever we are saying, let the magnitude, okay, let the magnitude be equal to F. I'm saying let the magnitude be F. Now here you can dispute with me. How do you know, sir, that both the forces will have the same magnitude? Now that is the interesting part. It says every body in this universe attracts every other body with a force, and we're talking about the magnitude with a force, and this force is directly proportional to the product of their masses, and this force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. ये बहुत important है. So Newton's law of gravitation says every body in this universe attracts every other body with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses. इसका मतलब आप समझ रहे हैं? ये जो F12 है या फिर F21 है, इसकी जब हम वैल्यू की बात करते हैं, that value I have taken as F. I have taken as F means you should now understand that, sir, you mean to say that the value of F21 will also be F and F12 will also be F? Yes. Why? Hold on a little bit. Right. And if I mathematically want to equate it now, so I will write it as m1 m2 upon r square. As you know, I have to bring a constant of proportionality and I bring that constant of proportionality as g. ठीक है, और इस g का सेपरेट सा नाम होता है, इसको हम कहते हैं यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल constant. Okay, the value of this universal gravitational constant was given by experimentally found out by Henry Cavendish. Cavendish was the scientist who did it, and he actually used deflection using mirrors and light, and then he found it. ये थोड़ा सा 11 में पढ़ेंगे, उतना भी डेप्थ में नहीं. अब सवाल आता है, इसके वैल्यू वैल्यू बाद में जाएंगे. सर आपको किसने बोल दिया कि दोनों के मैग्नीट्यूड को आपने f क्यों लिया? There is interesting part. Newton's first law of gravitation is nothing but same as Newton's third law of motion. थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन एक ही तो चीज है. थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन मुझे क्या कहता है, जरा सुनो. फिजिक्स को अच्छे से समझने की कोशिश कीजिए, लिख के याद करके एक प्रॉब्लम होगा, दूसरे प्रॉब्लम में फंस जाएंगे. थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन कहता है व्हेन वन बॉडी applies the force on another body, the other body applies the equal and opposite force on the first body. इसका मतलब है कि F12 और F21 दोनों मैग्नीट्यूड में इक्वल होंगे, और F12 और F121 अगर न्यूटन का थर्ड लॉ को ओबे कर रहा है तो मैं इसे एक्शन रिएक्शन पेयर भी कह सकता हूं. आई कैन कॉल दिस एज अ एक्शन रिएक्शन पेयर, which means action reaction pairs are always equal to each other in magnitude but opposite in direction. So if I want to mention them in vector format, I will mention them as F12 is negative of F21. However, the magnitude of F12 has to be exactly equal to the magnitude of F21. Magnitude wise they will be exactly equal, but their direction is different. Now since this is a vector and you have found out the magnitude, आपने magnitude का यहाँ पे relation दे दिया है. कहाँ? You have given the magnitude relation out here. This is the magnitude relation that you have given. Question arises, what is the direction of this force? That also you should know. That also you should know. The direction of this force is always along the line. Now hang on, now my drawing is not that okay. Along the line joining the center of the two bodies. उसी डायरेक्शन में ये फोर्स एक्ट होगा. इट कैन बी देयर दैट देयर इज अ a bird is in the space and you have say another stone right now in space, then are they attracting each other? Yes. What is the direction of force? bird के सेंटर से बॉल के सेंटर को ज्वाइन कीजिए, उसी लाइन में दोनों फोर्स एक्ट होते हैं. तो let us get our Newton's first law absolutely clear from concept. What is Newton's first law of gravitation? This is a universal law. ये पूरे ब्रह्मांड के लिए एप्लीकेबल होता है. कहता क्या है, हर एक बॉडी हर एक दूसरे बॉडी को अट्रैक्ट करता है with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses, inversely proportional to the square of the distance. जब इसको इक्वेट किया जाता है, we bring a new constant of proportionality called universal gravitational constant. ये लॉ कुछ और नहीं, थर्ड लॉ का ही एक्सटेंशन है, because third law says if this body attracts this body has to attract this body, which means these two forces are an action reaction pair. This is a classic example of Newton's third law of motion. And Newton's third law of motion है तो magnitude तो equal होगा ही, direction opposite होंगे हमारे. ठीक है? This is so generally you get, I don't think in 22 marks paper they'll try to give a problem from here. If they give it, very good. Otherwise this definition is very much probable. State and mathematically write Newton's यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. तो यहां से बात आता है कि ये जो g की वैल्यू है, अगर हम न्यूमेरिकली g की वैल्यू देखें, g की वैल्यू को अगर हम न्यूमेरिकली देखें, सो g इज न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 6.673 होता है. 6.67 ही ले लो, 10 to the power minus 11. यूनिट्स को देखते हैं, g को इस साइड रखेंगे तो ये फोर्स है न्यूटन, उसके साथ r स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाई होगा मीटर स्क्वायर, और kg स्क्वायर नीचे आ जाएगा तो kg-2. ठीक है? अब और एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज देखिए, और एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज. व्हाट इज दैट इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग? अगर मैं इस बॉडी को 1 kg कर दूं और इसको भी 1 kg कर दूं और ये सेपरेशन को 1 मीटर कर दूं, उस वक्त f and g both become equal to each other, because this entire thing becomes 1 into 1 divided by 1 square. Hey यारो, देखा ही नहीं. So this becomes 1 into 1 divided by r square, right? Then we say How do you define G? Universal gravitational constant is the force of attraction between two bodies of unit mass separated by a unit distance. How do you, so what is this value? This value exactly represents that if you had two bodies which are exactly 1 kg in mass separated by 1 meter, then the force of attraction between them would have been how much? 6.6.7 10 to the power minus 11. Very, very feeble. This entire thing comes into play when you have bodies of very high mass. In day to day, this force is neglected. Why? Because it does not play. As I told you, we did some experiments also. If you take normal human beings of 70-75 kg, 5 meter distance, ये force कुछ minus में आता है हमारा, बहुत negligible है. लेकिन if you replace this mass by mass of a celestial body like Earth or Jupiter or Saturn and replace this by one of its natural satellite, Moon, Titan, कुछ भी ले लो और ये distance ले लो, then Mr. Rajiv Rastogi, this force definitely has some value. Have you understood? This is what is applicable in your grade 9. And when you go to grade 11, I'm not bothered about your grade 9. When you go to grade 11, you should carry this knowledge with you that what is the universal law of gravitation? What are the new things that you get from here? This is G. I was reading a new book called Physics for Engineers and Scientists. So that book writes many sections here called, it's same topic ही है, हर साल पढ़ता हूँ, हर साल कुछ नया. There's a topic section called pitfalls, where you might fall. So the first pitfall here, the book writes is, G and G are separate. Anyways, we'll see that. ये G अलग G है, वो छोटा G अलग G है. Have we understood this? Right now, we are talking at a universe concept. If we are fine, and if there is no questions, can we move to the next topic of discussion on this? Okay, right, fine. So चलते हैं the next topic of discussion. So our next topic of discussion will be the same thing we are going to study now, and we are going to land now into Earth. हम Earth के अंदर आ जाएंगे, ठीक है? क्योंकि हम तो रहते हैं अर्थ में ही, तो हमारा सारा चिंताधारा अर्थ के ऊपर ही होना चाहिए. तो आइए अर्थ में घुसते हैं, और ये है सुंदर सा मदर अर्थ, ठीक है? और कुछ कुछ डेटाज अर्थ के बारे में अगर आप जानेंगे तो आपको हेल्प करेगा. नहीं जानने से भी कोई बात नहीं, दे देता है. अर्थ की जो मास होती है ये लगभग होती है 6 × 10⁻24 kg, 5.98 होता है, 5.299. एंड अर्थ की रेडियस हमारी होती है 6400 किलोमीटर. कुछ चीजें जानने से अच्छा रहता है. डिस्टेंस टू मून इज 3,84,000 किलोमीटर. डिस्टेंस टू द ISS is around 350 kilometers, International Space Station. Roughly. ये जानने की जरूरत है, आजकल बड़ा talk of the town हो गया. Right. Now let's look at the Earth. Okay. Now when we look at the Earth, we're going to see here two type of scenarios. इसमें हम एक mass body लेंगे, ये हमारा body है, ठीक है? और इस body को एक बार हम Earth के surface में रख रहे हैं, and another time what we are doing, क्या दूसरा वाला कहाँ गया? नहीं बना, एक और बनना चाहिए था ना? Copy. कहाँ गया? Where's copy? This should be out. Copy. Anyways, बना लो एक और. Okay. एक और बार इसको थोड़ा सा height में देखते हैं. Do you understand? This is like the body on the surface of the earth. This is like body. ये थोड़ा interesting आएगा. Body at a height from the earth. So let us write this something in this manner. Let's say, for example, yeah. यहां से यहां तक की दूरी कितनी है? Radius of the earth. और यहां से यहां एक और है, ठीक है? So let's say this is the radius of the earth which is RE. ये भी भाई साहब RE है, और ये वाले डिस्टेंस को हमने मान लो R लिख दिया है. All fine? Clear? So now let the mass of this body be M. ये बॉडी के मास को M देख लेते हैं. And let these be two scenarios. मजा से पढ़ो तो मजा आएगा. ये सिनारियो 1 है, ये सिनारियो 2 है, ठीक है? अगर हम सिनारियो 1 को देखें, okay, if we see scenario 1, then the force with which the earth is attracting that body will be given by G ME M divided by RE square, ठीक है ना? और अगर हम सिनारियो 2 को देखें तो यहां हो जाएगा G ME M divided by RE plus R whole square. Your book does not write this, but I am writing this. This is to make your brains think that the far away you go from the earth, the force of attraction reduces. ये देखो यहाँ डिनोमिनेटर बढ़ गया ना, the denominator value has gone up. अगर डिनोमिनेटर बढ़ गया तो फोर्स, अपने रिश्तेदारों से दूर रहोगे तो थोड़ी रिश्तेदार तुम्हें बुलाएंगे, नहीं बुलाएंगे, पास रहोगे तो बुलाएंगे. So a body on the surface of the earth feels more attraction than a body which has. And our job when we launch satellites and all is what? To escape this pull only. इतना दूर भेजो कि ये इतना बड़ा हो जाए that force of attraction should be negligible. Otherwise the satellite will come back to earth. ना, हम नहीं चाहिए वो चीज. ये चीज clear हो आपको, right? So as of now we will concentrate on this part later. थोड़ी देर के लिए क्या करते हैं? थोड़ी देर के लिए हम we go back to our scenario 1. इसके ऊपर थोड़ा concentrate करें. Okay, let's see. Scenario 1 means this one. Okay, so scenario 1 में हम क्या करते हैं? ये जो हमारा body है, this body, I don't know why is it not copying. Love copy. So just copying the entire thing. No. ठीक है, देखा जाएगा. Let's not spend time. So scenario 1 में what we do, we take out that body. मैंने उस body को separate कर दिया, ठीक है? And body को separate करने के बाद what we try to do is that we will put one force indicator on this body, something like this. Are you trying to understand now? We have just separated the body away. If I separate the body away, now I'm going to write on this as FEM, means force exerted by earth on the body. Do you agree or not? Which is nothing but this force. इसको हमने वेक्टर में लिखा और मान लीजिए this is nothing but F, means the magnitude of FEM is equal to F. Have you understood? This is the force. So this is the force. The body is right now feeling a force like this. Okay? Where is this force coming from? The earth is pulling this body. Now at this juncture what I do, I start applying the second law of Newton. Newton का second law क्या कहता है? If there is a F net acting on this body is nothing but the net force that is right now acting on this body. If this is the F net, और F net की definition क्या होती है? F net will always be equal to the mass times the acceleration that will be generated in the body. Where will be the generation of the acceleration? Along the line joining the center of two bodies, क्योंकि force body तो उसी तरफ आ रहा है, ठीक है? तो इसका मतलब है this part and this part must be equal to each other, right? Earth is pulling, that is the force. Both are, this you got by gravitation law, this you are getting by second law. So इन दोनों को अगर हम equate करें कितना interesting होता है देखो. We write GMEM divided by RE square is equal to M into the acceleration, जो भी ये है, ठीक है ना? तो यहां से क्या हो गया? M ने M को काट डाला, तो हमें मिलता है वो जो एक्सीलरेशन होगा बॉडी में वो हो गया GME by RE square. अगर हम ध्यान लगाएं इसमें, then some beautiful things are there. ये G जो है ये एक कांस्टेंट है, मास ऑफ द अर्थ इज कांस्टेंट, रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ कांस्टेंट. इसका मतलब ये भी कैसा होना चाहिए? कांस्टेंट होना चाहिए. और क्योंकि this acceleration is something special, it is that acceleration when the earth is pulling you are, this is the acceleration created you because of a force that you feel when mother earth is pulling you. तो ऐसे एक्सीलरेशन को हमने स्पेशल नाम दे दिया और हमने इसको नाम दिया एक्सीलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, और इससे जन्म हुआ दैट फेलो कॉल्ड जी. एंड इफ यू ट्राई टू कैलकुलेट दिस विद अ साइंटिफिक कैलकुलेटर, देन दिस वैल्यू विल कम एज 9.81 meter per second square. This is what is G. And mind you, when you go to grade 11, you will not only call this as G, this is the G at the surface. यौन कर रहे हो, नींद आ रहा है, स्कूल से आके सोया करो, वो नहीं करोगे, शाम तक घूमते रहते हो बाहर में. What is your job? Those boys are at your level, with whom you were roaming that day, yesterday. तुम्हारे क्लास का है? तो छोटे छोटे बच्चे दिखे मुझे. अच्छा, वो बाहर घूमने का टाइम था आपका? मैं तो कल क्लास खत्म करके नीचे से नहीं गया. I delivered somehow. I just wanted to enjoy the cool breeze. I went from outside. Why are you outside at that time? And I should not say, but anyways, it doesn't आप जरा देखना तो आपके एज के कितने लोग घूमते हैं, मतलब एकेडमिकली जो लोग साउंड है। फालतू बच्चे पेबल में भी है, ऐसा नहीं कि फालतू बच्चे नहीं है। कितने लोग घूमते हैं उस टाइम में? तुम घूमते हो क्या 8 बजे बाहर? नहीं घूमते? क्यों घूमते हो? तुम्हें घर जाने से क्या प्रॉब्लम है? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ यू नॉट गोइंग टू हाउस? व्हाई डू यू लॉइटर एट दैट टाइम? दैट्स नॉट द टाइम. I should not say, but I'm still saying that's your prime time. You are now yawning in the class. So you're already tired. After coming from school, you should have slept. Come fresh to the class. Take the learnings from here, go back home, employ the learnings. 8 o'clock, not 8 at that time. I have ended my class. It's 8:10, 8:15. Around 8:15, I'm leaving my house and I find you outside with a ball and a chinnu sa bachcha. वो घूमता है क्या 8:15? पूछो उसको. लेकिन वो बाहर जब रहता है ना, एंगेज रहता है, वो म्यूजिक भी जाता है, टाइकोंडो भी जाता है, स्विमिंग भी जाता है। आप एंगेजमेंट के क्या काम कर रहे हो? आप एमलेस लॉटरिंग करते हो, कोई फायदा नहीं है इसका। बोलना मेरा है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ। एनीवेज, लेट्स नॉट डेविएट द टॉपिक। So this is G equal to, and when you go to grade 11, you will learn that this GS जो मैंने लिखा ना, this is the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth. Why I drew this second picture? In the second picture, if you ask, this fellow will accelerate, will face an acceleration which is equal to GS. I'm speaking something from grade 9, something from higher level. This fellow will not face GS क्योंकि ये ऊपर है. This fellow's acceleration, this is G, at some height will be given by capital G, mass of the earth, divided by RE plus R whole square. Do you understand? This is the acceleration due to gravity which will be felt by an international space station or a rocket जो ऊपर है. This is what you are feeling. Interesting. So you understood what is G? G कहाँ से आता है? तो आपको और एक और interesting चीज. If you look at the acceleration due to gravity's expression, we all started to calculate the acceleration due to gravity of this yellow ball. लेकिन इस expression में yellow ball का mass ही नहीं है. So the acceleration due to gravity is irrespective of the mass of the body. घोड़ा, हाथी, मेंढक, बकरा, कुछ भी गिरे, everyone is going to encounter 9.81 only. These are the nicer things you should study. That acceleration, why मैं गिरने से कितना होगा? अजी आप भी गिरने से 9.81. Now somebody says that sir, you said that this is at surface. Why they say a ball is thrown upwards? Then also they are taking 9.8. A difference. This much is how much? 6,400 kilometers. Huge. तुम बॉल को कितना मारते हो? 100 meters. 6 जो जाता है वो मैक्सिमम ही होता है 80 meters 6 जाता है, 90 meters 6 जाता है. तो वर्टिकल कितना जाता होगा? 40 meters, 45 meters in front of 6,400 is negligible. That's why at this level, to the level that you can throw something, the G is taken same as GS surface. Clear? Have you understood? Very good.
What about G at the core?
G at the core of the earth में कैसा हो जाएगा? देखो आप अपना यहाँ पे रूल लगाओ, RE को करो, radius will become small. Radius will become almost 0. G will become infinite. खींच के ले जाएगा आपको वहां पे. G कम हो जाएगा. उसका एक और इंटरेस्टिंग, ये समझ में आया? एक और चीज देखो, वही जब आपने छेड़ दिया तो एक और चीज देखते हैं. G क्यों देख रहे हो? आपको मैं कुछ और इंटरेस्टिंग चीज दिखाता हूं. ये देखो, लेट्स सी समथिंग मोर इंटरेस्टिंग. Why G? ये अर्थ है, ठीक है? इस अर्थ के ऊपर there is some sort of a, say, a mineral. Earth के crust के ऊपर, on the crust of the earth there is a mineral, right? Now let us again see the definition of G. Okay, what did we get? G is equal to, G at the surface of earth is equal to G me divided by RE square. यहां से mass of the earth कैसे निकलता है जरा देखो तो. GS into GS तो नहीं बोलूंगा, I am writing it as G. Okay, no more I am writing GS. GS, G into RE square divided by G. This is the mass. Now this particular granite or whatever will be having some sort of a density. Do you agree or not? इसका कुछ ना कुछ एक density तो होगा. And suppose that density value is given to you. Now they are asking, if this material was found at the core, Is the density going to remain the same? ठीक है, डेंसिटी गोइंग टू रिमेन द सेम. देखते हैं, तो अर्थ का डेंसिटी देखते हैं. देखो अर्थ का डेंसिटी कैसा है. व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अर्थ कंसीडरिंग इट टू बी अ स्फीयर? 4/3 pi re cube. Agreed?
Yes.
Now based on this expression, what is the density of earth equal to? Mass per unit volume. What is the mass of the earth? Sir, the mass of the earth is g re square divided by g. Divided by volume. Divided by volume means 3 goes on top, 4 नीचे आ जाता है, and there is pi re cube. Re square takes away the cube. That means the density of the earth gives you a very nice expression. देखो 3/4 g by g, यहाँ पे pi भी रहेगा, and there is a re. ये आपके 9 में नहीं है, लेकिन ये सब आप करके देख सकते हो. Which means the more inside the earth you start going, what does the value of re happen? Re falls. Re is the radius at the surface of the earth. So if somebody is traveling towards the core, what does the earth comprise at core? All metals. Core's density is more. It is proved from here. The more you go towards the core, what is going to happen? The value of re is going to come down. So density is going to show. The density of earth's crust is more. So the minerals that you are finding, जैसे वो लोग कहते हैं ना, iron's density is so and so. Where did you mine iron from? You mined iron from earth के crust से mine कर लिया, तो और नीचे गए होगे, कोर तक नहीं गए हो. कोर में जाके अगर आप आयरन को देखोगे तो उसकी डेंसिटी ज्यादा है. अर्थ मतलब obviously this is the expression. मजा? Understood? Acceleration due to gravity clear. Gravitational this thing is clear. If they ask you some questions like कोई बढ़ गया, height बढ़ गया, what is the acceleration? Only you can answer. Very good. So from here, anybody carries the NCERT book? Science by any chance? Just keep it. Just keep the book open, okay? And just keep it open. And just the next topic that we will talk about is again about G. Okay? आइए, ये topic होगा हमारा variation of G. Variation of G. चलिए, G का expression क्या है? G is equal to G me divided by re square. Now there is a very nice interesting observation here also. You are every time taking G as constant, वैसे हम constant लेके ही करते हैं, and we take the value of G as how much? 9.81 meter per second square, है ना? इतना लेते हैं. Because you know that this is constant, this is constant, this is constant. ये लेकिन एक myth है. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा interesting चीज देखने को मिलेगा आपको. re, you every time say that re is constant, पर ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. अगर हम अर्थ को अच्छी तरह से देखें और ज्योग्राफी याद करें, then the earth is flattened at the poles. Yeah, it's like an orange. That means that if you look at the radius of the earth, let's say we look at the radius of the earth, the radius of the earth here and the radius of the earth here makes a, Mr. Rajiv Rastogi, radius at the equator and the radius at the poles, both are not equal. And if you try and see, you will agree with me that the radius at the equator is greater than the radius at the pole. Yes or no? That means G at the equator is always greater than G at the poles. And this brings some more interesting observations for you. Like say, if you are a lady and you have a precious element like gold with you, and you want to buy gold and you want to sell gold, right? So all this buying and selling you will be doing basically on weight. Weight is nothing but mass into G. तो आप जब buy करोगे, आपको कहाँ buy करना चाहिए? जहाँ G less हो, और जहाँ sell करना चाहिए जहाँ G more हो, क्योंकि mass of gold is universally constant. You're carrying one earring with you. Your earring has the same mass whether it is here or it is in Jupiter. So if you want to buy, you want to pay less money. So you should buy at a place where G is less. So where should you buy? You should always buy gold at the poles and sell gold at equator. इंडोनेशिया में बेचो और ग्रीनलैंड में खरीदो. नहीं, उल्टा.
Like usually when they check with the weighing machine, the unit is supposed to be kgf. So actually on the weighing machine they've written the mass, right?
Which one?
on a weighing scale.
No, this is laboratory testing. I'm saying weighing scale में आप you do by kgf, you do by Newton, all are same. Ultimately work will be
Yes, sir.
same. So if you're selling gold, please sell the gold at, yeah, ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है बीच बीच में, ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन आपको दे देगा. This is like, this actually tests your understanding. See, whenever ultimately when you're buying or selling something, you're selling it by weight, and weight comprises of the product of mass and g. Weight is a force, mass तो constant रहेगा. Your earring is your earring wherever you go, उसका mass में कोई कमी नहीं है. अब हमें अगर खरीदना है तो उसका weight कम आना चाहिए, तब हमसे ज्यादा पैसा नहीं ले पाएगा. तो who is the deciding factor? The G is the deciding factor. क्या दुनिया में ऐसे दो जगह हैं जहां G वेरी करता है? हाँ है. आप पोल पे चले जाइए, G की वैल्यू कम होगी. सो पोल में थिंग्स विल वे. अगर आप मून में जाएंगे, मून्स G is how much? 1/6 of Earth's G. मून में जाएंगे तो और हल्का हो जाएंगे. I'll be very slim, not slim. I'll be of the same stature, but I'll weigh less on moon. But you'll weigh. So our next topic will be mass and weight. So have you understood variation of G?
उनमें weight ज्यादा हो.
किसमें?
पोल में.
जी कहाँ ज्यादा है? जी इक्वेटर में ज्यादा है ना. पहले फिर से एक बार देख लो, इक्वेटर में रेडियस ज्यादा है. सो हाँ करेक्ट है, हमने उल्टा बोल दिया हम लोग. 1 मिनट. नहीं इनवर्स नहीं. हाँ so our equator radius is more, right? So the G at the equator will be less than the G at the poles. Yeah, sorry, G at the equator will be less than the G at the poles. So whenever you are trying to buy, your G should be less. So please buy at equator and sell at poles. Yes, thank you. Please buy at equator and sell at poles. Good. आपको समझ में आया है इसका मतलब. So variation of G. Though G is said to be a constant, but G will vary if immediately or say someday somebody is hitting the earth, अर्थ का मास गड़बड़ हो गया. जी को चेंज करने के लिए एनी थ्री आउट ऑफ दीज थ्री, एनी थ्री में कोई भी एक चीज चेंज हो जाएगा, जी चेंज हो जाएगा. So G doesn't change, capital G doesn't change, mass of the earth doesn't change, radius of the earth, yes. हाँ.
Equator, but from the equator.
First again you try to understand, is the radius greater at the equator?
Yes, yes sir.
So equator में radius बड़ा हो जाएगा तो G नीचे आ जाएगा.
Yes sir.
और पोल्स में कैसा हो जाएगा? पोल्स में रेडियस लेस है, तो रेडियस लेस करेंगे तो G बढ़ जाएगा. आर यू ओके टिल हियर? G at the equator. So when ultimately your gold will have weight at the equator, weight at the poles. Do you agree? Weight at the equator is mass into G at the equator. Weight at the poles is mass into G at the poles. अब ये दोनों तो कांस्टेंट है, ये आपको इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा. So who is going to play the role? Now you see G at the equator is always less. This fellow is less. इसका मतलब this will be less. So if I buy gold, I should buy at this place where the mass I am getting the same, but somehow the weight is coming less. So he'll charge me less. And if I am selling gold, ये ज्यादा है तो वेट ज्यादा. अब हम दीपांशु को बेचेंगे तो दीपांशु चलो पोल चलते हैं. पोल में दीपांशु को ज्यादा वेट आएगा, बोले ज्यादा वेट है, ज्यादा पैसा दो. और दीपांशु जब बोलेगा नहीं हम तो आपको बेचेंगे, चलो हम लोग जाके इक्वेटर. क्लियर ना? चलो. सो वेरिएशन ऑफ जी भी हमने देख लिया. आइए नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज अबाउट मास एंड वेट. मास वर्सेस वेट. मास एंड वेट. ठीक है, इसमें बहुत बात हो चुका है इसको लेके. दिस इज अ बॉडी. पहले सीबीएसई की बातें कर लेते हैं. इज अ बॉडी. मास का मतलब क्या है? एक्चुअल कंटेंट ऑफ मैटर. एक्चुअल मैटर कंटेंट. मास इज द एक्चुअल मैटर कंटेंट. इसमें कितना मास है, मेजर्ड इन द एसआई यूनिट कॉल्ड केजी, एंड दिस इज कांस्टेंट यूनिवर्सली. मीन्स किसी का मास अगर 5 kg है अर्थ में, तो आप कहीं भी चले जाइए उसका मास कितना है? 5 kg ही है. मास इज यूनिवर्सली कांस्टेंट एंड मास इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. बस डिस्टिंग्विश आ जाएगा आपको. डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन मास एंड वेट. मास इज द एक्चुअल कंटेंट ऑफ मैटर. द एसआई यूनिट ऑफ मास इज kg. मास इज यूनिवर्सली कांस्टेंट एंड मास इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. पहले रट्टू तोता वाली बातें सीख लेते हैं. मास इज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी. और जब हम वेट की बात करते हैं, वेट की बात करते ही दिस इज यूनिवर्स हो गया ना। वेट की बात करते आप इतना यूनिवर्स नहीं हो सकता है, यू हैव टू बी लिटिल बिट व्हाट यू कॉल selfish. Weight means you are specific to earth. So can I be not be to any other planet? Of course you might be, you can be, not you might be, you can be, you can be, no issues. But since there is no life on any planet, there is no question on going and measuring weight on any other planet. Okay, so weight का मतलब होता है हम we are now confining ourselves from a universal concept to a location based concept. Earth weight का मतलब होता है यही जो बॉडी है, ये जो बॉडी है अर्थ के सरफेस में रहेगा. And what is the force with which earth is pulling it? So weight is the force, that same gravitational force with which mother earth pulls a body towards its center. ठीक है, तो सबसे बड़ी बात हो गई वेट जो है एक फोर्स है. जब वेट फोर्स हो गया तो वेट का यूनिट क्या हो गया, न्यूटन हो गया. और वेट क्या हो गया, वेक्टर क्वांटिटी हो गया. एंड ये क्या हो जाएगा, वेट विल वेरी फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस. Why? Because weight is the force with which the body is pulled. Maga, if G varies, weight varies. अभी तो हमने देखा इक्वेटर में वेट इज डिफरेंट, पोल में वेट इज डिफरेंट, मून में वेट इज डिफरेंट, जुपिटर में वेट इज डिफरेंट. वेट ऑलवेज वेरीज. ठीक है, तो आपको आएगा यही डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन. तो आप ये रट्टू तोते वाले पॉइंट्स लिख दीजिए. पॉइंट्स क्या क्या थे जरा देखते हैं फिर से. पॉइंट सबसे पहला है डेफिनेशन वाला पॉइंट. उसके बाद क्या पॉइंट आता है, एसआई यूनिट. उसके बाद क्या आता है, स्केलर क्वांटिटी और वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. उसके बाद आता है कांस्टेंट वेरीज फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस. देखो क्लियर, फुल मार्क्स. लेकिन ये फुल मार्क्स आने के बाद भी जब बच्चा को आप रत्नदीप सवाल पूछ दोगे आपकी क्लास में जो टॉप किया है हो गया, तब वो नहीं बता सकता है टमाटर खरीद के लाया, केजी में लाया, मास लाया कि क्या लाया. ठीक है, you don't know about that. So let's see that also. Clear? This is understood? Okay. So let's see the next one. The actual life which we every day get into problem. अभी देखो पूरा दिन का कहानी is stored here. कहानी number 1, कहानी number 2, कहानी number 3, कहानी number 4, कहानी number 5. So we are here. Let's see. So the actual life is something like this. The whole dispute arises because of the unit system. तो सबसे पहले we want to see the SI system. SI system is the best. This is the best. Why best? SI system में no confusion. कोई confusion नहीं है. क्यों confusion नहीं है? पहले देखते हैं मास. मास का यूनिट क्या है, केजी. यानी एक बॉल है, इसमें कितना मैटर है, इसमें सर 5 केजी प्लास्टिक है. सीधा सीधी, कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है. ऐसा यूनिट इज ब्यूटीफुल. अब बात करते हैं इसका वेट कितना है. इसका वेट हो जाएगा 5 kg मल्टीप्लाइड बाई से अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, जो कि जी की वैल्यू है अप्रोक्सीमेट. तो ये हो गया 50 न्यूटन. और कोई टेंशन नहीं है. अ बॉडी ऑफ मास 5 kg ऑन अर्थ विल वे approximately 50 kg, considering that the acceleration due to gravity of the earth is how much, 10 meters per second square. No doubt about that, right? Very good. But the issue again is that we are gulams. अंग्रेज चले गए लेकिन हमें छोड़ के गए. So our day to day life में ऐसा यूनिट को हम उतना यूज नहीं करते हैं. ठीक है ना. This, if anyone is working in an engineering or is working on a lab or is working on a science project, then there is no tension. But the problem is that in everyday life, हा ही जब आप करते हो everyday life में, तो लफड़ा हो गया. everyday life आपका चलता है metric system के ऊपर और MKS system के ऊपर. MKS system में these people have done one big sort of assumption which leads to all confusion. According to the MKS system, is MKS system में ना, when they are defining weight, they have not kept the concept of something called G. G concept है नहीं weight. According to them, weight is a force, but ये G वाला concept नहीं है. Because at that time लोगों ने इतना दूसरा planet नहीं सोचा था. People only thought about Earth. तो MKS system कैसा देखता है If a body has a mass of 1 kg, इस बॉडी का मास कितना है? मास इज 1 kg, तो इसका वेट जो है वो है 1 kg force. Simple as that. A body of mass 1 kg weighs how much? 1 kg force. And the more lafra that people have done is, ये जो शहर में रमेश, मोहन, सोनू ये लोग घूम रहे हैं ना, इन लोगों ने और क्या लफड़ा किया है? इन लोगों ने आगे इसको बोलते बोलते एफ को खा गए ये लोग. ये सिर्फ 1 kg बोलते. So when you're buying in Ratnadeep 2 kilo tomato, you are not buying 2 kilos. First, be students of science. Which unit are you buying? MKS, no problem. How much tomatoes did you buy? 2 kg force. What was the mass of the tomato? 2 kg. They exerted a force of, or rather the earth exerted a force of 2 kg force on them. That G concept is not out here. Have you understood? And if you were to report your purchase to some scientific lab, then you say, I bought 2 kg tomatoes at Ratnadeep, which weighed 20 newtons. Are you understanding? This gives us a very nice understanding to, this gives us an understanding to actually merge these two. So we say 1 Newton, 1 Newton. Okay, 1 Newton से करने से अच्छा नहीं होगा. So we'll say 1 kg force. 1 kg force means weight of a body of mass 1 kg. And if you want to write this in SI unit, then what do you do? SI unit में आप mass लोगे और फिर G से multiply करोगे. कितना आएगा? 9.81 Newton. So 1 kg force in MKS equals to 9.81 Newton. That's because mass is 1 kg and G is 9.8. This is the confusion. So when the hospital writes your weight as 40 kg, it should actually write 40 kgf. What is your mass? 40 kg. I am a 40 kg mass. I am a body of mass 40 kg. And while standing on the weighing machine, which was calibrated to the metric system, the reader read how much? 40. It read 40 kg? No, 40 kgf. And if I had to report my weight in terms of Newton, I am approximately 400 newtons.
What is it?
MK stands for metric system, where meter, kilogram, and second. Length, mass, okay. And if you actually go by the British way, then if you go to say any British country, then you'll say bananas are costing how much a pound? They'll not say kg, pound, ounce and pound. हांगकांग में केला पाउंड में बिकता है. मैं पहला बार केला खरीदने गया, स्केल देख के पगला गया. LBS, ब्रिटिश ना. For them, force is a pound. That's why our pressure is Newton per meter square Pascal, kgf per cm square, which our daily plumber will come and say, sir, बहुत प्रेशर आ रहा है लाइन में, 4 kg प्रेशर आ रहा है. 4 kgf per cm square, and he has truncated cm square also. 4 kg प्रेशर आ रहा है, बहुत प्रेशर है. बाइक धुलेगा, एकदम धुलेगा सर, 1.5 kg प्रेशर है. 1.5 kgf per cm square. And when you go to the fuel station, that is again psi, pound per square inch. Every time, if your any family member is refilling fuel, you take some time, get out and go and watch that board. उसमें लिखा रहेगा psi, kgf per cm square, Newton per meter square. Your wish, the way you want to do. So when you say we inflate our cars to 36 psi, pound per square inch. Pound is a weight, means force. Inch is a length. Inch square means an area. Pound per square inch. British है ना? And the British laugh on the American. You don't throw the paper into the dustbin. You send the waste paper basket. You have to specify what basket it is. Waste paper basket. There's a have you seen that video? Have not seen that? This British guy will laugh on Americans like that. They just can't understand. We call it the pavement, they call it the sidewalk. They don't understand what it is. Sidewalk. Horse riding, they say horseback riding. Americans call it horseback. Where else do you ride a horse? On the head or what? Horseback ride. Clear? ग्रेविटेशन में इससे ज्यादा और आपको है नहीं 9 में, आप चेक कर सकते हैं। इसके बाद जनरली फोर्स एंड प्रेशर शुरू हो जाता है, चेक कीजिए। हाँ, थ्रस्ट एंड प्रेशर पढ़ सकते हैं, थ्रस्ट प्रेशर बॉयंसी है।
Free fall.
हाँ, फ्री फॉल थोड़ा सा देख लेते हैं। फ्री फॉल, गुड, नाइस। चलिए अब देखते हैं फ्री फॉल वाला कॉन्सेप्ट। फ्री फॉल, ओके। फ्री फॉल से थोड़ा सा इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन भी देख लेंगे, तो हेल्प हो जाता है। आओ चलो बच्चों, करते हैं फ्री फॉल। सो क्या रे आरव, आज क्यों नहीं आया? आरव सो गया क्या? Our speculation was that you might have slept. Either only saying ज्यादा सो गया थोड़ा। ठीक है, फ्री फॉल। आओ फ्री फॉल की बात देखते हैं। फ्री फॉल मतलब, लेट्स अगेन टेक अ बॉडी, ठीक है, एंड बिफोर वी टेक अ बॉडी लेट्स आल्सो मेक अनदर लेवल आउट हियर। So this is another level, ठीक है, एंड लेट्स टेक आवर बॉडी। और बॉडी को कहीं यहाँ पे रख दे। Now free fall means a body is falling only under the action of acceleration due to gravity. आराम से गिर रहा है, right? So in our discussions in physics in say chapter 2 and this particular chapter, we can actually discuss two topics from here. Thrown downwards, और English है, my English is poor, thrown downwards, और एक और होता है to released, और फिर थ्रोन के जगह में आप ड्रॉप्ड भी लिख सकते हो। ये सब केसेस में क्या है ना, देयर विल बी अ वैल्यू ऑफ इनिशियल वेलोसिटी थ्रोन विद द फोर्स यू आर एक्चुअली थ्रोइंग इट, एंड व्हेन यू आर रिलीजिंग then your initial velocity u is equal to 0. Body is freely falling under gravity. It's a free fall under gravity, right?
Yeah, drop it, just
वही तो मैं बोला ना, मेरा इंग्लिश खराब है, आप देख लो। ड्रॉप को भी यहां ले आए, ठीक है। चलो इसमें u की वैल्यू रहेगी, इसमें भी u। ड्रॉप, ड्रॉप मतलब फेंकना, रिलीज्ड, u0, क्लियर। हायर ग्रेड्स में आप एक और चीज पढ़ेंगे, व्हेन अ बॉडी इज कमिंग डाउनवर्ड्स देन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, द बॉडी इज गेटिंग अ पुल, बॉडी को एक पुल मिल रहा है, Fg है ना, फोर्स ऑफ वेट, एंड इज गेटिंग Fg as a force. At the same time, अगर बॉडी फेदर जैसा है तो body is going to get, again not in your topic, a lot of air resistance will act on the body. Suppose you're not falling on, so again an interesting thing comes up, like suppose you drop a ball and a feather, we expect the ball to fall first and not the feather. That's because you're conducting this experiment under the atmosphere where there is a lot of air. The feather faces a lot of air resistance, but if you make the chamber vacuum and you drop feather and ball, both of them drop exactly at the same time. YouTube make video है BBC का, and that is this facility is there only in US. So yes, sir. So this is, it takes almost 4 or 2 hours to vacuum that chamber. So both will fall at the same time. But there's one more interesting thing. Suppose a paratrooper has just ejected himself out of the aircraft. So once the paratrooper ejects himself out of the aircraft, the paratrooper is pulled towards the earth, number one, and he will also be feeling a thrust, air resistance upwards. एक जगह आ जाएगा तो देखो पैराट्रूपर का सीन, ये थोड़ा बाद में डिस्कस करते हैं, थोड़ा सा मजा भी लेते हैं। ये है हमारा पैराट्रूपर। सो पैराट्रूपर नीचे उसको फोर्स ऑफ ग्रेविटी अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, ऊपर क्या आ रहा है, द एयर रेजिस्टेंस इज वर्किंग ऑन हिम। समझ में आ रहा है? सो यहाँ पे पैराट्रूपर को आप ऐसे देखो कि यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा Fnet. I am showing Fnet downwards means the gravitational force is more on the paratrooper than the air resistance. Initially it will be like that, but as the paratrooper keeps on falling, the air resistance starts picking up. Are you understanding? और पिकअप करते 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 एक ऐसा जगह आ जाता है जब इसके ऊपर Fnet जो है वो हो जाता है 0, There is no force at that time. There is no force. So no force का मतलब है body will still coming down, but there is no force means he will not accelerate. His velocity becomes constant. That velocity is known as terminal velocity. That's the moment when he will open the parachute. 50 meters per second की speed में, that is the time he'll open the parachute. And once he opens the parachute, who wins the game? Air resistance wins the game. So immediately you will see the paratrooper going upwards. और धीरे धीरे जैसे नीचे आना शुरू हो जाएगा, because you need lot of air column below you. As the paratrooper comes down and comes down and comes down, this force is going to lose its value. This is it. Therefore, the paratrooper never lands. He just पाँव पहले ऐसे कर देता है. Otherwise, you'll have a great shock on your leg. Do you understand this thing? The same thing you can observe when you have a thick mango shake and you put a small cherry into it. Initially, the cherry will dive down. After some time, the air resistance, इसमें क्या आ रहा है? Drag, not buoyancy, drag बोलेंगे हम. Friction created by fluid is known as drag. सारा मैंगो शेक उसको ऐसे ऐसे रोक रहा है. एक जगह में जाके चेरी, उसके लिए लेकिन आपको ग्लास लंबा लेना पड़ेगा. Like the paratrooper, you don't expect your terminal velocity to be 0 if you jump from Pebble City. No, this height is much less. Okay. Similarly, एक ग्लास में अगर आप छोटा सा एक चेरी फेंक देंगे तो उसमें terminal velocity. But अगर आप chia seed फेंकोगे उसमें, if you drop some chia seeds, you can see that the chia seed will initially come down and then at a certain level it will get suspended. और उस टाइम अगर वो आएगा, जिस the velocity with which it comes, that is known as terminal velocity. Terminal velocity is the velocity at which no net force acts on the body. In other sense, body is no more accelerating. That does not mean body is not coming down. Body is coming down. And as you start coming down, you're losing the air column below you. Right? So what you're doing, 50 meters per second में आने के बाद क्या हो जाएगा? Both are becoming equal. After, see, enjoy the discussion. From the aircraft, IL-76, उसमें से कौन जंप किया? Paratrooper जंप किया. जंप करते क्या होता है? Initially you'll see lot of air resistance. Then he starts coming down. Terminal velocity आ गया. Now both the forces have cancelled each other. His velocity is 50 meters per second. But he's descending. Now once he descends, he has lost air column to some extent. He's come to a lower level. So what has increased? His gravitational pull is increased. Once the gravitational pull increases, body is now having an F net. Which way? Down way. Acceleration will work on him. Which way? Down way. और अब वो धां नीचे जाएगा. अब वो क्या करता है? किचकुप से इसको खोल देता है. So once he opens that, he again makes a false trap to create that air resistance. He has created a trap. And that trap slowly makes him glide down. He comes.
Okay. Parachute is opened early on.
तो ज्यादा ऊपर चला जाएगा और वो बेवकूफी है, नीचे ही नहीं जाएगा. He will glide down ultimately. Ultimately he'll glide down. Then what he will do? वो टेढ़ा करेगा, ऐसे करेगा. एक नेक्स्ट ऐसे एयर को घटाना पड़ेगा. How does the aircraft come down? That's when you open your ailerons. Aircraft भी वैसे ही नीचे आता है. He doesn't have any engine. So this is the concept of terminal velocity. हम लोग इसको देखेंगे like when a ball is released and when a ball is thrown upwards. Okay, this is a favorite discussion of अंगद का topic है ये अभी. ठीक है. Now there are two ways. I'll first tell you the exam way of remembering your equations. So this is your acceleration due to gravity. It's a simple way I'm telling. Okay, people who have no interest in physics and want to get your problems correct, first way I'm explaining it for them like this. Okay, जिसको सिर्फ आंसर करेक्ट करना है, आपको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, सबका इंटरेस्ट नहीं भी हो सकता है. G acts downwards. When you're coming down along with G. When you're coming down, when a board is coming down, then G is coming out. पॉजिटिव सोचने का नहीं है. You're along with G. So all your downward motion के टाइम में your equations will be V is equal to U plus AT की जगह पे GT होगा. Okay. S की जगह पे हो जाएगा H UT plus half GT square. And the third equation will be V square is equal to U square plus 2GH. 2GH. Okay. And if you have been dropped from the top, then U0 हो गया. Drop from the top means half GT square हो जाएगा. This is if you are coming down, right? And if you are being projected upwards, अगर कोई सिनेरियो में up जा रहे हो, now G आपके against में चल रहा है. So you are right. 1 minute. Let's see. Let's take it. So if you're being projecting upwards, g is against you. In this case, v is equal to u minus gt, h is equal to ut minus half gt square, and v square equal to u square minus 2gh. These are your the equations get modified in this way. And this is a way to remember ये problem correct करना, अच्छे तरह से याद करना है. So you should always use the right directions and right way. When you're coming down, then you should, when you, these equations, when you're trying to solve, think it like this. You're going this way, so your h becomes negative, your u is this way, negative, your g is always negative because it is niche, and your v is also this way, so it is negative. Ultimately all negatives cancel each other. That is the way to remember. And when you're going upwards, your u is positive, your v is positive, your h is positive, but g is negative. अगर स्कूल में जाके ऐसे बोलते मत रहना जी नेगेटिव, टीचर नहीं समझेगा. समटाइम्स इफ यू स्पीक मोर एडवांस देन योर टाइम, देन ऑल्सो, है ना. अभी आप स्टीव जॉब्स को अगर अकबर के ज़माने में पैदा कर देंगे और बोलेंगे कि अब तानसेन को बुलाइए मत, आईपॉड में सुन लीजिए, आईपॉड में सुन लीजिए ना तानसेन को, वाई आर डिस्टर्बिंग हिम, और गला काट देगा स्टीव जॉब. गुस्ताख, तेरी ये मजाल कैसे हुई. सो यू आर बोर्न बिफोर टाइम. वैसा भी मत कीजिए. आपने समझा, आपको ये आप करियर में हेल्प करेगा. ठीक है. I think there is nothing more. So in our next class of theory, we will wrap up force, thrust and pressure, and buoyancy, and then we will spend 1 or 2 classes very nicely, because after this we have got work and sound only. We'll spend 1 or 2 classes aram se on solving numericals, and our numericals will be more on, say, work. इसमें भी numericals रहता है. They may combine this with second chapter, na, a ball thrown vertically upwards. Literally the same. ठीक है, समझ में आया. बहुत अच्छी बात है, आप लोग बहुत ही अच्छे बच्चे हो. What all modes it tries to save? Only note file, अच्छा, not other file. No, that's fine. Note file you can't open at your home, na. Anyways, I never want to give that facility. You are supposed to make your own notes. इतना spoon feeding किया तो गया आप, है ना. चलिए, हाँ, any questions? Yeah, please, let's take the doubt.